So as I talked about planning out your training quarters and your training year, I alluded to the idea of block periodization. And again, briefly, that is simply focusing on different aspects of training. We've got conditioning, we've got muscle size, we've got muscle strength, we've got explosive and athleticism, and we've got other ones too. These are really the biggest ones though. And this idea is something important to understand. And if you take away nothing from this video, the one thing I want you to understand when it comes to periodization is, generally speaking, you want to start at a higher rep range to build that level of conditioning. You want to proceed to lower reps from there. So you can drop the reps down to hypertrophy ranges to build muscle size, and then drop even lower to build muscular strength. And then from there, you generally want to start back up over again at those higher rep ranges to rebuild that lost conditioning. Again, this is much more important for your intermediate to advanced clients, but it's something very important to understand, because as your clients progress, we need to start specializing more and more and more as they get more and more advanced. So in regards to our intermediate clients, we have both what's known as linear and block periodization. Block periodization, just what I went over. Linear periodization, I'm sure you probably understand, but just in case you don't, it's something as simple as doing a back squat for 100 pounds week 1, and then week 2 doing 105 pounds, and week 3 doing 110 pounds. That's simple linear periodization. You could do also 100 pounds for 5, 100 pounds for 6, and 100 pounds for 7 reps. That's just linear periodization. We're just making it very simple. We're literally adding weight or reps, or just making it a little bit more difficult weekly. Likewise, in each block, we can have this linear periodization. So taking a look at this, we've got month 1, a block of 8 to 12. A little bit higher on the end, a little bit higher in the rep range scale. So it's a little bit more conditioning. We've got some muscle hypertrophy there. And then we move into month 2, we're doing 6 to 10. So a little less conditioning there, a little bit more focus on hypertrophy, and also we're building a little bit more strength as well. So not so much conditioning, more hypertrophy and strength. Month 3, we have 3 to 5 reps. And now we have no conditioning being built here because the reps are so low. And we're mostly focused on building strength and power here. We're still getting a little bit of hypertrophy, but not really. And then from month 4, we want to start over again at a higher rep range. So for this example, we're just going to do 8 to 12 and then move back down to 6 to 10, moving back down to 3 to 5 for month 6. Now, you don't necessarily have to follow this rep range. This could be 10 to 15. This could be 12 to 15. This could be 8 to 12 here. This could be 4 to 8 here. And then this could be 1 to 4 here. But just to give you an example to explain what periodization, linear periodization looks like within block periodization for our intermediate clients. So again, let's just say month 1, we tell them to do sets of 8 to 12 for back squat. So week 1, they're going to do 100 pounds. Week 2, they're going to do 105 pounds. Week 3, they're going to do 110 pounds. And week 4, we're going to take a deload. And then month 2, week 5, we're doing 6 to 10 reps. And now they've gotten stronger, so we're increasing the weight. And then same thing with month 3. And then month 4, we're going to again restart over at that higher rep range. And whereas before in month 1, we've only started at 100 pounds, we can restart at a higher weight. This could be 110 pounds. It could be like 140 pounds. But the idea is they're going to be stronger. They're going to be doing more reps with more weight than they did when they first started. And this cycle is just going to repeat itself over and over and over again. And this doesn't even have to necessarily follow a monthly model. For a lot of your newer intermediate clients, this can follow a weekly model where you're doing week 1 at that same 8 to 12, week 2, 6 to 10, week 3, 3 to 5, and then restarting over again there. So this is a very flexible approach depending on where that client is at. How old are they? How young are they? What's their training age? Where they're at as far as lifting is concerned. So very flexible approach, and something you're going to want to start adopting for your intermediates. As they get a little bit more advanced, you really want to start approaching a more periodized way for their lifting, so they start progressing those individual aspects of training that we discussed before. Again, conditioning, hypertrophy, max strength. When we get to the advanced clients, you're going to see how periodization is going to be extremely important for them. But it's still something you want to use for your intermediate clients, because it's just going to help them experience different rep ranges, experience really heavy weights, and help them keep progressing without stagnating, without stalling out.